Chances are that if you've tried booking an international flight, especially going from east to west or vice versa, then you've come across Turkish Airlines, the airline that pretty much connects the whole world by flying to more countries than any other airline. They are said to be one of the best airlines in the world, being ranked 6th best airline according to Skytrax, and have said to have the best catering and in-flight entertainment according to the Apex Awards. Today I'll be flying Turkish Airlines to see if they live up to the highest standards and expectations that are set by flying them from Manchester to Istanbul on the Airbus A321neo, and it's no better day to do so than to fly today on my birthday.
Good morning from Manchester Airport. Today I'll be flying Turkish Airlines on the A321neo from Manchester to Istanbul.
My day started at 7 AM at Manchester Airport's Terminal 1. This will be the last time I fly out of this terminal, as it is set to close by the end of this year, with many airlines having already moved and the rest planning to move to Terminal 2, with Turkish Airlines planning to move on the 11th of November. Check-in hall was quite busy due to many flights leaving in the morning, such as Etihad, Emirates and Gulf Air's morning flights. The Turkish Airlines check-in was relatively quiet, with the queue moving fast. As I'd completed online check-in, I was able to use the bag drop, which was empty, and made the check-in process a lot smoother. After check-in, I then headed into security, which was seamless as I'd purchased Fast Track, then headed into duty free. Many shops have closed down as the airport prepares to close the terminal, but despite this, there is still a large selection of shops and restaurants to choose from. As I was a bit peckish, I headed to Draft, my go-to place to plain spot, I mean eat. The views are unbeatable here. The food though isn't as good, with portion sizes being small enough to be classed as kids sizes. My gate for today, gate 28, is situated at the end of the old Pier C, near where a lot of the gates for larger aircraft are, but luckily we had the whole area just for our flight. My aircraft for today is the 4-year-old Airbus A321neo, which was delivered to Turkish Airlines in mid-2021. These A321s are the flagship narrow-body aircraft in the Turkish Airlines fleet, offering the newest short-haul seats that the airline offers. Last time I flew Turkish, the handling operator at Manchester was Swissport, which wasn't great, with the airline facing many delays on nearly every flight. Now though, it is SkyTanking, which is thought to be much better with more staff working on the flight, making the check-in and boarding processes more organised. Disabled and business class passengers were first to board, then economy passengers starting from the rear of the aircraft and moving forward. I'm really excited to find out what has changed ever since I last flew Turkish, and I can't wait to board, so come on, let's go. The Turkish Airlines A321neo comes equipped with 20 business class recliner seats across 5 rows in a 2-2 configuration, and just behind there are 156 economy class seats in the usual 3-3 configuration. Some seats to look out for are those in rows 13 and 14, as they have extra legroom, along with row 6, which can also accommodate baby bassinets. Seats are in great condition and are really comfortable, and I would even go as far to say that they are better than some long-haul seats on some airlines. My first impressions were very positive by receiving a warm welcome from the friendly crew, and that the aircraft was very clean. There is a very generous amount of legroom, a large in-flight entertainment screen with USB and headphone ports underneath, a medium-sized tray table which is big enough for your meals but not so much for your laptop, and also a large back pockets with 2 smaller additional pockets, which is great for storing belongings, especially if you like me and stuff all your possessions as soon as you get onto the plane. There is also a very strong adjustable headrest which can move up and down, and also a really good recline for economy. Something that I also forgot to mention is that there is a small coat hook on the side of every seat. The entertainment system comes with a great selection of movies by offering more than 900 movies and over 2,200 TV shows, and also has a search function, which sounds like something that most entertainment systems should include, but it sadly just isn't that common. There is also an in-flight map with various different settings and maps, with my favourite being the cockpit HUD, which I know many av geeks like me would like. A good thing to also mention is that the screen is very responsive, which is also great. On every seat there was also a pair of usual economy headphones, which aren't the greatest of quality, but they do the job. There were also individual air vents, however despite having these, the cabin temperature was very hot throughout the flight. It didn't take long for the crew to prepare their cabin before pushing back and heading to the runway for an on-time departure. About 40 minutes after takeoff, the crew began the main meal service. The menu was available to see on the booking and consisted of either chicken and rice or tomato pasta, with sides of a yogurt and cucumber, a chocolate cake, and a slice of warm bread roll, which was fresh and is something that more airlines should do instead of giving you an old, crusty bread roll. The meal portions were quite small and the meal didn't taste as good as I thought it would, and the chicken was quite dry. On the bright side there was metal cutlery, which is always nice to see in economy class. Half an hour after the main meal service, the crew also came round with tea and coffee, which was great to see on a 3.5 hour flight. Afterwards, I went to the back of the aircraft where there are 3 lavatories for economy. They weren't in a very pleasant state, and unfortunately I didn't see any of the crew go inside to clean them.
So we are in the lavatory on the back of the A321neo. The state isn't the best, it's quite dirty. Not really sitting towards the back, so I can't tell whether the crew clean them regularly. But they are quite spacious compared to the front of the aircraft.
I returned back to my seat. I was pleasantly surprised by the crew with a birthday cake, which I happily shared with my family before landing. The crew on board my flight were fantastic and even wrote me a little happy birthday card. Something worth mentioning too is that there is onboard Wi-Fi available on board, with all passengers being able to access free messaging and having the option to purchase Wi-Fi for either $8 for 100 megabytes or $15 for unlimited no matter how long the flight is. The Wi-Fi was also quite fast. Not long after, we began our descent into Istanbul. Altogether, I think that Turkish definitely has that potential to be one of the best airlines, but it just needs those small bits of improvements in order to do so. On my flights, I think that the catering definitely did not live up to the high standards that Turkish Airlines has, but on the positive side, the crew and hard products were excellent. After landing in Istanbul and embarking on a taxi to the gates that felt like it took longer than the actual flight, we finally deboarded the aircraft and passed through the huge windows overlooking the apron of Turkish Airlines heaven, as we made our way towards passports control.
We have now landed at Istanbul, one of the largest airports in the world, and I think we have a very long walk out to passport control. Isn't great, but it means we get to do quite a bit of plane spotting as we walk by all these windows, which is something good for me and a lot of geeks.
I would like to thank you for watching this video, and make sure to look out for any upcoming videos and also check out my past videos. Make sure to also like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have any questions about my experience. Thank you for watching and happy travels.